Welcome, my friends, to the Pranks and
Oh,
Fur. What's your clip on your hat? You got a
oh,
little
that?
clip.
Yeah, that is
Oh, for
that's a
Aldi.
Titleist ball marker.
Is that not for Aldi?
No, it's a ball marker. It's not. Yeah, I go to Aldi so much. I've got a trolley clip on. I've played golf today. It's just
Yeah.
so you always got your ball marker there.
How do I make this chair go down? I'm so high.
You like you at the barbers.
Tell the listener what you just told me I look like.
You look like you've had a day off school ill. You look like like someone's. Oh, Ashley's not very well, and you go round there and he's been off school with like glandular fever for 3 weeks, and this is him. Just has become. You look like you're sort of become like a troglodyte.
Oh, yes.
Like
I'd
you
like
just,
that.
yeah, you just sort of like,
I
oh.
regressed.
Apparently, COVID, skin cancer. But apparently, people just didn't go in the. Like everyone didn't go in the sun so much. Skin cancer's gone mental since COVID. Apparently, I saw a
I went.
statistic where
I
builders get less skin cancer than office workers.
Wow.
Mm.
I would say during COVID I spent more time in the sun.
Oh, yeah, but that's because you've got an upside down, topsy turvy life. Maybe most people would say
That
the
is
opposite.
true. Yeah, that's probably true. What are you drinking? Coca
Uh,
Cola.
Coca-Cola. I am gonna. I've got to say something. Tell you, come clean about something. I think I've turned into a Ponce.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean this is the worst example of it in history.
You're not started drinking wine.
I've started drinking wine, yeah, because I just had some cheese. I was like, oh, that does make it. It's worse than that. It's worse than that.
Cool.
I've started experimenting with salt, right? So I've got I've got Malden sea salt. I've got Mediterranean sea salt. I've got Celtic sea salt. I'm trying various grinds in my pestle and mortar.
I've got to be honest. I'm not into salt, but fucking hell, I love salt. And
It's
Malden sea
different.
salt
It's different.
is so good.
All
Not
right, okay, so
just.
maybe I'm not because I made her an omelette this morning and without even realizing what I'm doing, I shouted from the kitchen, "What salt do you want?" Yeah, it's like which salt? Like as if I mean
My
I think that's too
wife,
far.
I went round my mate Carl's, and on his kitchen worktop, there was a. You got tea, coffee, sugar you might have in
Mm,
pots on your
mm.
worktop. He had another one that was open. I went, "What's that?" And he went, "Oh, it's a pig." I went, "A pig?" He went, "Yeah, a salt pig." I
Oh
went,
yeah, I've heard that
"What do
word.
you?"
Yeah.
I said, "What do you mean?" He went, "That's just where I keep my salt
Mm,
for
I've heard.
for for seasoning food."
Mm.
And it's just like it's the same thing you'd have for your tea and your coffee, but it's just got a little hole in, so you could just take a little pinch of salt
Hey,
out of it. It's just
what
there.
about that? How old were you when you realised that seasoning meant seasoning? Like when you realised that seasoned logs and seasoned food means the same thing?
Huh?
Is that now?
Seasoned logs. What does
Like you
that
go
mean?
that
Seasoned?
like you can't when you cut a tree you leave it a year to season it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
When
yeah,
you
it's
add
seasoned it.
salt and pepper to food, you're making it taste like it's aged. You are adding Oh, he's I. Can I just say I worked this out yesterday, but I'm going to act like I've known it forever because you just realised it.
So that's
Seasoning
the whole
food.
thing.
You're adding because salt goes more sulfur develops in meat, so you get a bit of beef. I'm going to season it.
All right, but there's a problem with this, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, there's a problem with everything
As
with you.
well, you
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
Well, no. The only problem is that you say when you realised. I know that the thought came to you
Yeah, I
yesterday,
did
but I don't know.
realise it.
But I
You,
don't know that you've looked it up and that is what it is. It makes perfect sense. Don't
oh, of
get me
course,
wrong.
no, of course, I haven't looked it up. It probably, no, they're always yes. Sorry, the caveat is it might not be that, but for me it is now, and it doesn't matter. It's sick. I'm going to
I love it.
season it. I'm going to make it taste like it's 2 weeks older than it is. Yeah.
It's really good.
Well, I guess, but this is the thing. So I had this
What's
thought.
that thing? Is there like a meat where they put it in salt? They like
Yeah,
wrap it
salt.
in.
You can salt brine. You dry aged meat with salt. Yeah. Or do you
Yeah,
mean like
yeah.
to preserve it?
No. I think it
Have you ever
is
done
that.
that thing where people bake like a fish in a mountain of actual salt, and then they crack it all off like a little gift, and the fish is in there like one of those dinosaur eggs? Did you ever
Would
get?
you?
Mm,
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
yeah, they're great.
but I've got quite high blood pressure at the moment.
What
What
high
I would
blood
say.
pressure? What blood pressure?
Oh, I've been travelling.
Too
Sometimes
high.
I pick up.
Too high.
Yeah, that was my neighbour. Stop it. That's awful.
I didn't even say it. You did. You can't say something and then tell me to stop it. I caught the sun today, and
Um,
I think I might be burnt. Good for me.
I I if you crack if I wouldn't eat off fish, but if you made me a food that you'd seasoned with salt and you'd had to crack off some of the
Mm.
salt, there's everything I could do to
So if
stop
I
it.
cracked off on your food, you'd eat it?
It'd be salty, wouldn't it?
No. I don't think it would
But
reach the food.
I honestly would want to eat that bit of salt.
Mm. Mm. So anyway, I've got different salts for different dishes.
That's all right. I think you're
Malden.
right. What
How
about
has Malden got
do?
salt, by the way? It's on the coast.
It's got a yeah.
Salt
It's got an
processing. Is it smoked
yeah.
salt?
It's got one of those.
Inlets. Estuary.
But I think it's an estuary, but it's got a big processing place there. But
Right.
it's all very old fashioned.
Are
It's
you
not
proud
like
of tip? What
some
do you prefer?
new.
What are you proudest of? Tiptree jam or Malden salt?
What a tremendous question.
Essex. I know you're Essex through and through, mate. What are you proudest of?
How famous is Tiptree? Like
I guess
I
I'm
didn't
one.
know.
I grew up one county up, so very, but I don't know if a northerner would know it. It's not. It's not like.
We went on a school trip to Tiptree Jam,
Mm,
and I remember going into the where they make the jam bit, and we had
mm.
to be behind like a
Well, what was the
cordon.
other bit?
No, they make all sorts. They make like tomato ketchup,
Oh, do that?
and
Oh, sorry, sorry. I'm sorry, Ash.
but I remember the smell of the jam was so disgusting.
Was it?
It was so vile. Like I
But
can't
you
even
like salt. You
explain
got
it.
more of a. Have you got more of a savoury tooth? I definitely have. I don't like sweet stuff much.
I do feel quite proud of Malden,
Hmm.
but here's the truth: I didn't know it was that Malden until maybe I'm very poor with my timelines, but maybe 10 years ago, maybe five
Oh,
years
no.
ago,
Okay. Okay.
I didn't know it was that Malden. Very proud.
See, I'm kind of
But then
ashamed of Coleman's mustard. I think it's quite shit mustard.
it's your bog standard mustard, but it's entry level mustard.
It's.
There's
I think.
nothing wrong
No,
with
no.
it.
Actually, I disagree to an extent. I think it's a good example of the form. I just find English mustard. There's no subtlety to it. Again, I mean, I've
It's
got
like
different
that.
salts. I can. These taste buds are refined.
What about your Dijon?
I don't mind a Dijon. I like a smoked Bavarian mustard. I think English mustard is just. It's like sulfur. It's like adding sulfur to. You know.
I've never liked mustard at all. My dad
Well,
loved
it's
the
not
mustard.
like you got your capsicum heat, your chili heat burns your tongue, hits your tongue on contact. Sulfur goes up your sinus. It's more like a gas, isn't it? It's not. It doesn't
Oh, I'd
burn you.
love that. I could
Oh,
do
mate.
that now.
Yeah, that would clear you out a bit. Here's a question. I know you're a vegan. I might be asking the wrong person, but you will get the premise. Now, this is something I
Okay.
realised yesterday. Bacon and egg? Yes. Sausage and egg? Sure. Black pudding and egg? Ham, egg and chips? So the pig and the egg go well, yeah? Pork and egg? Disgusting.
Oh, really? Is it?
I had roast pork with egg and it was just did not work in any way. And it's like I was like, how can the pig in
So is a
every
pit? Is pork's like a chop, isn't it? Like a
no,
thick.
I had like roast pork.
So is a poor? Would that be like a poor man's steak? Your pork chop?
No, that your pork shoulder chop could be. Yeah, no, and I like pork bellies as well because I try and eat higher fat. But I'm just saying the pork, unprocessed pork, does not go with egg. Even spam and egg, everything you do with pig, it goes like salami, chorizo and egg. Every other,
Why is that?
I don't know.
Don't
It's
look at
weird. It's really weird. It was like eating chicken and egg. It was like eating because that doesn't work. Maybe subconsciously we know
Oh, I hadn't
chicken.
even thought about
No,
that.
you can't eat chicken and egg. Well, chicken fried rice is the only, or special fried rice. But if you ever put a chicken in an omelette or chicken, it's disgusting. It's actually disgusting. And I think that our
Oh,
our nervous system knows we're committing like a hate crime. I, I am eating an animal fried in its own period, and it's just
fucking hell!
yeah, it's too much. Ditto pork. Pork. It's fine. You know, did I tell you about that time
So
I had that
hard.
big cheesy scab in that egg yolk?
I don't know about it anymore. just not up for it anymore. Genuinely, it's a
He's
real
so
problem.
squeamish. Yeah, but pork and egg. Every type of pork works with egg, apart from the actual pig. So, should we even be eating pigs and eggs if it's not been tampered with by the big pig? That's Ash's name in the kitchen.
Big pig.
Well, big. That's what Big Pig wants you to believe.
My brother-in-law and sister-in-law have just bought 5 chickens.
Mm-hmm.
They were ex,
Oh,
like,
alive still.
yeah,
I thought
yeah.
they'd been down the butchers.
They bought, yeah, they were egg chickens from the eggery,
Mm.
and they get 18 months and they kill them. But
Mm.
what happens is a charity of some description collects those chickens, as many as they can to order, and then farms them out to people. They have been getting eggs. They're getting like 5 eggs a day from their 5 chickens, like without fail. And but the reason they get rid of them after 18 months is about 18 months chickens production of eggs slows down, so it
Slows
might not
down.
be one a day.
Mm.
Anyway, they were saying, my sister-in-law said, "Oh my god, you should eat these
You
eggs." She
should.
said, "I don't know what it is about them, but
They're
they are
different. It's
unbelievable."
unbelievable.
And then she said it's just completely different flavour, whether it's because they've got much more room to move around
I
in,
think it's
they're eating.
proximity. I think it's just like from chicken's ass to your plate. It's like honestly, they're orange. The yolks are orange, and it's this. I know it's his minge. Don't leave any comments. But yeah, my
But
neighbour had.
yes,
Sorry, go on.
oh, but they've got 4 female chickens, and so there's no chance of any fertilization or
Yeah, of
anything like
course.
that. There's no mishaps. Why is
Mm.
there ever a cockerel? Like, how does anyone ever crack open an egg and it's got a chick in it? I don't understand how that ever happens. There
Does
must
it
be the
happen?
odd
Is that not?
cockerel
Is that not
running
an
around.
urban myth?
I don't know.
It's never happened to me, and I eat
Um,
about 8 eggs every day.
but so you
I
had
do
a
get cheesy
scabby.
scabs.
I can't. It's like 'cause everything sits there. So Eli Silverman from Cheap Show. I find it so difficult to tell this story.
You've told me loads of times. This for the. Oh, by the way, we're giving you a little bonus video. Hey, do you think this shirt looks racist?
No,
Do you know what I mean?
like it.
Do you? Because I think it looks a
Yeah,
bit racist. Because I was in a charity show. It's Dr. Martin. It's Dr. Martin. And I was like,
I
when I
like
put
it.
it on, it's like because it's quite got a deep collar. I was like, it looks a bit skinheady. Do you not think? Like
Nah,
there's red
I think it looks
braces on
nice.
it. Do you reckon? I love it.
If you
But I'm
did
just saying.
that, yeah.
If I shave my head and put a
Makes me
white.
want to eat chips. It makes me want McDonald's fries. I don't know why. Is it the yellow piping?
Oh, maybe it's like the golden M's. That's what Big Mac wants you to think.
Yeah. So Eli had an egg. He cracked it open. It had like it looked like bird shit in the egg.
Mm.
I can't do it. Fucking hell. This
I
one
think
bit.
what's happened there is that chicken's bowel has been prolapsed and shit has got into the egg pipe.
Yeah.
Chicken. How is this? How is it that chickens like they
I
just
forgot
feed
about
them
yours.
like
Sorry.
corns or whatever? They eat corn, yeah. But chicken shit is probably the grossest of all the shits. What's the
Yeah.
top 5 shits?
Oh,
Come on, worst shits. Number 1's the
go on
worst
then.
shit.
So, viewer, we're doing this video. This is a taster for. If you are not a patron, this is a taster for the video you'd get on a Wednesday. That's what we're doing.
Except Dash doesn't look
little
like he's
clips.
had a day off school. He's been on the couch watching fucking video kids all day.
Been in the garden all day.
Where have you really?
Literally
Been
been in the
drinking?
garden all day. What?
Have you been drinking?
I've had a drink.
I can tell. There's something. He's got his hair down, isn't he, listener? He's looking all sexy. Stop getting.
I've got to go for a run.
Getting all fruity. What you can't drink?
Still got to
and
go
run.
for a run
Can't
later.
drink and run.
I've had one drink.
You dehydrate. What was it though? I'm drinking this Beaujolais.
Yeah.
It's very delicious. Honestly, it's really complimenting the mould and sea salt well. And I've got I had two massive beef patties, an avocado, and eggs on it. Fucking good, man. And then cheese and salami. And that's all I've eaten today. I'm doing super fasting and 1 meal a day at the minute. So sue me.
Why?
I'm going to Dubai on Thursday, and I'm going to have to like take my shirt off. I'm not going to have to.
Is it this Thursday that you're going?
Yeah. for 10 days.
It's
I've
good that
got the
we.
video. They've asked me to do a promo video. I've got to do that after this.
But let's talk about the fact that you messaged me today and said we need to back up some. I'm away for 10 days. I'm going away on Thursday.
Oh, should I give you more run up?
Yeah, I reckon
Well,
we
I
should
can
have
do
had
it
some.
from there. I can do it from there.
You do it from there. It's only 3 hours ahead.
I
How are you
don't know.
gonna not?
I don't
How
even
are
know
you
where
gonna
it
cope
is.
not drinking?
You can drink, can't you?
What?
Huh?
It's a dry country, isn't it?
Nah, not when I'm there. It ain't. Well, I tell you, the only other thing you can't do is I can't take my oil because I'm allowed to go anywhere with my prescription oil, but I'm not allowed to go somewhere where you can't have it, and you can't have it there. So my first trip away, I could have been all smug at the airport with my prescription for cannabis oil and gone, oh look, I'm allowed to have this. Check my records, but I can't. I'm sort of annoyed that that's been robbed of me.
Are you allowed to take some sort of pain relieving CBD?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that in the hot weather it won't be as bad. And to be fair,
Are
touch
you
wood.
not? Are you allowed to drink?
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah. I've heard. Well, I can't say. I'll have to tell you afterwards. But yeah, you can. But I think it's in the complex in the hotel. I don't think you can walk down the street having a drink. But they're stopping that everywhere here now. That sign's getting too common, isn't it? Drink free zone. Says who?
I've literally not seen it.
Oh, on a lamppost it will say this is like in the centre of Southend will say it. You know, like where that hotel is where we've done that gig.
Oh, yeah.
Like that, you know where you walk up there.
Oh,
There's
no,
a big
that's now a going
smash.
concern for. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
have
they'll
you
have a
done it?
sign on a
Yeah, yeah.
lamppost. They'll have a sign. That's when his girlfriend turned up. They'll have a sign on a lamppost that says alcohol free zone. You're not allowed. And I'm like, what? Hang on. When did we vote this? When's this been a law passed? You can't just stick these
I've not.
signs up.
But you're
Yeah.
not really allowed to drink in the street generally, are you?
What? I've never had a. Yeah, I've never been told off for doing that.
I've never seen that sign, actually. That's interesting.
Oh, you get it a lot in town centres. It will say this is an alcohol free zone. Just again.
So out of 10, right? You're a heterosexual man. Personally.
Yes, I was. Yeah, go on. No, I can still answer this.
Going to Dubai, it is a crime punishable by death.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. To do what? The bum stuff.
Yeah. Would you be more tempted to do it there than here?
You know me.
Yeah, that's
the
what I
only thing
mean.
is I don't want to reach around no geezer with a hook for a hand.
Yeah, make sure he's a good guy.
Yeah,
actually, you know what? Let's not talk about this before you go. I've just thought about it.
That's a good point, isn't it? I mean, if you're really into wanking, you just definitely wouldn't go shoplifting because the stakes are too high. Or you could get a little egg coddler put on your wrist, like a little loop, couldn't you? Would that be better?
Yeah.
Could you get
better than
is there a prosthetic wanking
fleshlight?
Hand? Is there? So you got a fake hand? Do you go? Oh, can I have one like that? And the doctor go, why? You go, no, just one bit, not that big, just one like that, not like that,
Smaller.
Like that. I want one like smaller, yeah, one like this. Like I'm saying, okay to a Smurf, just like this.
And one that you can unscrew the finger and a bit of lube comes out.
Well, I would have a bottle opener on my little thing, mate. I actually want a fake hand. I think I'd do a lot with it. Yeah, I think I'd do a lot with it. I have a bottle opener. What could you have here? A lighter? Like I think the barbecue king, the crack pipe.
Yeah, what else?
Yeah.
Top 5.
Shits.
No.
Right.
Oh yeah, we do top 5 shits, but top 5 go gadget hand
fingers
utensils.
Swiss
Right.
Army hand.
So number 1, bottle opener.
1. Didn't even have to think. I was waiting for you to say bottle opener. I open a lot of bottles. You stick my teeth. My teeth. Can you see how there's a little lower there? They're not. They go straight there. There. They can lay that go there. That's
we've worn them down opening bottles.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2, thing for clearing out horses' hooves.
Oh, just a general spike, or was it a horse hoof spike?
Yeah. Yeah, why did every Swiss Army knife have a little...
Do you know my school said it was for pricking sausages? Like when you're in survival mode and making sausages.
Yeah. Where's that going on your list?
What, the pricky thing?
Yeah, horse spike.
Never really knew what it was for. But then again, that is something that you would use more than a lot of the things.
Okay.
I'm going to put that solid 3 middle. Because it's not good or bad. It's sort of like nothing.
Okay. Saw.
I want to put that too, but I've just thought of the other one. I'm going to put saw 2. Because if you are actually stranded and making a figure 4 trap, you do need to saw small branches. And I
Okay.
think that one could be save your. If you snap that, I think you're likely to die if you're out in the wilderness.
Toothpick.
Oh, that's the sausage prick.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a pricky little prick, weren't there? Um, I got to put that at 5 because I feel like if you've got a knife, you could make those out of branches. I don't think you need a metal toothpick or pick.
No, agreed.
Right.
And
So number four,
finally,
four is.
tweezers.
Oh, I thought you were going to do the little mini scissors because the mini
Of
scissors
course,
look the best, but they're useless. But when
I
I was
was
a
going to
kid,
do them, but
I was
then
the
when
most
you said you
impressed by
thought
the
about
mini
it,
little shears. I was like, yeah, yeah, no, but
I
also,
was. But realistically, that's the one. I chose not to say that because I saw you saying that that's the one you clearly wanted. So the little
yeah,
scissors.
okay, right,
That's in 4.
uh, yeah, that's
Well
it.
done.
Yeah. So I went.
Bottle opener number 1. What are you going to do on a desert island with a bottle opener, Justin? In a survival
If you don't put it
situation.
out into the universe that you've got a bottle opener, there ain't going to be a shipwreck. A whole crate of just bottles of beer rock up with an unlimited sell by date and
I can
a
imagine
bird
you
in
being
there with big
stranded.
bangers.
I can imagine you on a desert island, and as the beer crate washed up, you just going, "I fucking told you. I fucking told you."
There's something to. I'm going to that gig tomorrow, which I'm now trepidatious about. But I listened to the universe. For those who don't know, behind the paywall, a band came on. I said to my wife, "Quickly go Shazam that." And as she left the room, the song ended, and I went, "Oh bollocks!" And then the DJ went, and that was the Dead Patriots, who next Tuesday are playing Voodoo Daddies in Norwich. And I said, I live in Norwich. I said, we've got to go. I don't even really want to go, but we've got to go. And you wait, something will come of this. You wait. I don't know what. I bet I say to you, I got pickpocketed. Something will happen. Something will happen. I just got. And if you don't have a bottle opener, that crate of beers
We'll
definitely ain't
never
washing
wash
up.
up.
And if it does, it'll be like that Twilight Zone where that bloke loves reading and breaks his glasses on the steps of the library.
Um, that podcast I was telling you about, where the guy was
Dead
sacked from
Eyes.
Band of Brothers, Dead Eyes.
Yeah.
I've loved it. I've got to the end of it now.
Right.
Absolutely loved it. But it's interesting the number of stories that people say their lowest ebb, their moment where the thing they wanted, like being pulled from Band of Brothers the day before he started filming, or there's 100 actors that are on it where it's like, I got pulled off this thing, I didn't get this job, or I didn't make it to this audition, whatever. And that led their big opportunity that they ended up, being their biggest thing, came, and they wouldn't have been available for it had the other thing worked out.
Ash, how many times have I said it? I say, what about this idea for a joke? And it's bad. And instead of going, no, you go, yeah, or. And then I say, yeah, and then you say, yeah, or. And then the fifth thing is gold. If you don't, if you prune a sapling, you shall have no tree.
What? Aren't you meant to prune a sapling?
Yeah, you are to encourage growth. I realised as soon as I started it was bad.
But yeah, I
I
just
thought,
found that interesting. Where imagine if you're like, oh my god, I did that job was the job that I needed, and then the next job comes. It was Zach Braff, the guy from Scrubs. He was talking that he had gone for this theatre thing where he didn't really want it, but his agent said it was a Broadway show. It was a two-hander, and there was a bit where he had to be full frontal nude on stage. He's like, I don't want to do it, and his agent was like,
Dick
look, it'll be
Ambles.
really, yeah. The agent had said, look,
I
it'd be
think you should
really
get extra
good.
money for Dick Ambles.
You do get more money for Dick and Balls, but they said that it was written by someone famous. It was like, this will be great for you, be a real foot in the door, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, he went to the audition. He wasn't sure. And then they were like, you just don't seem like you're that up for it. You can't have the role. And then 2 days later, he got Scrubs, got the audition for Scrubs, where it obviously made him a household name, a multi-millionaire. And that started filming before, like when he would have been doing this. He'd have signed contract and not been able to do Scrubs. And that he did like 10 seasons of Scrubs and made millions
There's
upon
loads
millions
of
upon
stories like
millions.
that. Do you like Tales Unexpected?
I've never seen it.
I loved it. It was basically the Black Mirror of its day, and a lot of it was
Yeah, yeah.
filmed in Norfolk, a lot round here. And I'm quite proud of some of the Tales of the Unexpected. Well, I loved it so much, I bought a Tales of the Unexpected book that was short stories, maybe not by Roald Dahl. I know he's heavily involved. He used to sort of introduce it a bit. But anyway, and one of them was this story, and it's thinking, and I'm going to just tell you, it's fiction, but it's like there's this bloke, right, and he's the groundskeeper at the church, right, and they start changing things, making everything more modern. He's been there for like 25 years, but they're like, right, we've got this new policies comes in, you've got to pass these tests to you got to sort of like, we've got to assess you. It turns out he can't read, right, so they go, we're really sorry, you've actually been really good at doing your job, and you've been here 25 years, but we've got to sack you because you can't read. Now he's going home and he gets his pipe out halfway and he's thinking, how am I going to tell my wife, sort of thing. And he's out of tobacco and he looks and there's no tobacco. This is sort of boring. He looks around, there's no tobacco shop. So he goes, I'm going to open a tobacco shop. So he opens a tobacco shop and then he opens another one on the other side of the town. And then he starts going nationwide and he becomes this really, really big success. So anyway, he's on stage at some seminar in the future and they're talking to him. They go, you are this multinational whatever tobacconist, like you've got this chain of tobacconists, absolutely amazing, what's the secret to your success, how well did you do at school at that? And he said I can't even read. And they went, you can't read? They go, you've got all these tobacco shops. It goes, what on earth could you have achieved if you could read? What would you be doing now if you could read? He said, I'll tell you what I'd be doing now. He goes, I'd be the groundsman at the church. So think about that, because tobacco, I don't think selling tobacco is that good for people. I mean,
no, and how far in the future did it?
No, it's now. It was like But the point is, so it's a tragic thing. I've lost my job because I can't read. Not being able to read was the best thing that ever happened to him. But he did not even because of choices.
Yeah, but that's it. That's exactly what I'm saying. There's so many moments where you'd think it can't get any worse than this, but really that is the opening. But I'd make that, I was thinking about it, like, is that for everyone? Or is it just the ones that it then becomes successful that you hear that story? You know, one of them things.
At every second of every moment, every atom is splitting into an infinite amount of atoms. And there's all these... whatever positivity... There's a reality where that bloke didn't get scrubs. And there's a reality where he did. And because of the way he's thinking, he's in this one. Everything. This is what I learned. This is what I learned when I went to the upper realm. Everything happens all at once, always. When you toss a coin, it lands heads, it lands tails, it lands on the side. Everything. When you toss a coin, it doesn't. It's not one or the other. It's both. And your reality is one.
Can you stop saying toss a coin? It's really doing something to me that I can't. It doesn't sound right, but I know it is. No, it sounds like you've got it back to front, but I know you haven't. You don't toss a toy.
Yeah, you toss a coin at the coin toss. All right. So if you roll a roulette, throw a ball around a roulette wheel, the ball lands in every square. It lands in every number.
Yeah, no, I do understand that. I've heard of that before.
Which one are you in?
Bad one. I'm in the bad one.
But if you change that, it changes. You have to be the change you want to see.
I shouldn't have made that joke earlier then.
What one?
The bad one that I said at the start.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad. So do you have any gigs this weekend? Go on.
Is it... So I do understand that, but when you hear those stories and you go, oh, so when you're in this terrible moment, that's actually an opportunity.
And and he killed himself as well. But we're in reality where he didn't. Actually, sorry, I've got to interrupt. You say you understand it. Do you believe it?
Yeah, I don't see how you can't believe it, because if the universe is...
Believing it is where you need to be. Understanding it is one thing, believing it's something else. And that is
because don't forget, if you can't not believe it if you believe the universe is infinite.
This phone is on this desk, but the atoms the phone is made of and the atoms the desk are made of aren't.
Yeah.
It's the superposition where an atom is a wave and a particle, and it's here and it's also there, depending on whether you're looking at it. Like, how can things be? How can tangible, trusted, immovable things be made of little bits of ephemeral magic? They can't. A brick is strong, so a wall is strong. If you build, you know what I mean?
Stop being David Brent. Stop being David Brent and just explain it normally.
Like I always say, I hate racists, which is bad. No, but it's like you say. So you need to know where the brick is to build a wall. But our walls are built out of moving bricks, and when you look, the bricks are there, and then when you look again, they aren't. That's actual science. That's not hippy dippy shit. That's not woo woo. That's like a physicist would say that. They don't know
Yeah.
anything. Do you believe that? Do you believe that light got
Spur.
like speed?
Yeah.
Do you think that
Don't.
light?
Yeah, I think
Really?
it. A
Yeah.
beam of light.
Yeah, you think it's light goes at that speed? But
Yeah,
red
yeah.
and blue lights travel at the same speed?
No.
Infrared, ultraviolet lights travel. I don't know. Are they travel different speeds? Because ultraviolet light, you can't see
But
it.
you can't start. I can't allow you to get into this because that guy that I've sent you on Instagram, who he will do a minute's talking, and even he's talking about conspiracy stuff. But even if you believe in his conspiracy stuff, he gets to the end of his minute, and I go, I don't know what you were even trying to say. Like I've never known anyone.
There's a lot. There's a lot. I've got a lot to explain and not a lot of time. I mean, I was put here to do this. I
That
wasn't.
guy though, do you know the guy I'm telling
Did
you
you? What
about?
about
There
the
was
one I
one the other
sent
day.
you when that bloke? I nearly sent it today. There's, that bloke that does all the. It's called television because it's telling a vision. The vision. All these. I saw one of them today. It was hilarious. It was all about.
It's so clever though, don't you think it's clever the
It's
work that he's.
basically what a like one-liner comedians do. So
Yeah,
you think of a word like, like ambidextrous, and they go, "Oh, my auntie, my aunt be dexter." Do you know what I mean? They sort of
yeah.
just break it down into the syllables and try and make it into. It's like that's not really
But then it's
creative.
really funny as well because that's just talking about English. I saw one, he did one about religion and he's like, Jesus Christ and Christ. And I was like, yeah, but you're talking in English.
Oh, that's what
Like
it
that
was.
wouldn't work in.
He said people are a battery. And he goes, if you get done for battery, you get put in a cell and you're charged because you're getting charged and you're a battery. It was honestly, it's like, if he's taking the piss, this is funny. If he's not, I'm worried about him.
Because it only works in English.
Yeah, it does only work in English. Yeah, but it's like you get charged, and if you get charged, you put in a cell like a battery. It's not 3, 2, 1. It's like when Ted Rogers would be explaining that thing. And you're like, what are you talking about?
I can't remember, was it you or when I did Cheap Show where they did some 3, 2, 1 final questions?
It weren't me. They were
Oh my.
unfathomable. And they clearly lied.
Fathomable.
They clearly lied. And if you pick that one, they're like, shit, we don't want to give them the car. We'll do
Oh,
this.
for the next time we record, I will have a few of them
Get 'em.
because they are unfathomable questions that
For the
are
younger
impossible.
viewers, it was this weird show where they had like little sketches. They'd have like a whodunit sketch, and then it would have like David Jason in it. Then he'd come over to the podium and go, "I've got a clue here." They're like, oh, well done, David. You just did that play over there. That was good. And then he's going, "Yeah, I've got a clue." And there'd be like a pool of prizes. Like there'd be a car, a this, that, and the other. And then David Jason would go, "My clue is this. You sit in me and turn my wheel. Vroom, vroom, go I as you push the pedal down." And they're going, "Oh, I think that might be the car." So then he'll go, What do you want to eliminate? And they'll go, that one there. And they'll go, "Oh, vroom, vroom. Well, vroom, vroom rhymes with broom, broom, where you sweep. Sweep from Sooty and Sweep was a panda. We don't want to pander to the easy clues and give you a car. So what we've done is it's a bin. You've won a bin." And it was the same every episode.
It really is. The
Well,
same
that's
they
what
showed
he's doing,
Tom.
isn't it? Like
I can't.
stretching and reaching.
Oh, I really want to be able to find one for you, but I.
They were insane. And that Ted Rogers
For the
was
honestly,
notorious pisshead.
for the next episode, I will. I don't think I could do it live.
We should bring back 3, 2, 1, mate.
Oh yeah, so literally, this is one where it just says absolutely classic, impenetrable 3, 2, 1
They
riddle.
were insane. It was what that bloke's doing. If that bloke says, "What?"
I've watched this 5 times, I still don't get it, and now I have a migraine. What in the brain seizure is happening here? I just love it.
Because that
I
Ted
love
Rogers
it.
was like a proper pisshead. Do you reckon he was improvising or was he reading it? He couldn't have been making it up, could he?
No, he was reading it.
But
I will
I heard
find
he
it.
was like a proper rager, mate. Him and that Leslie Crowther was as well from Price is Right. Old school where people knew what they were doing.
I don't think if I play my screen, I don't think you can see my screen, but can you hear it?
I'll try it.
If I
I don't know. Try it.
let's have a try. Let's have a
You probably
try.
can in this. This is a good program. I do not know how to use it. You might just destroy everything.
So are you seeing that? Are you
Yeah,
seeing my
yeah,
screen
yeah,
now?
yeah, yeah. Hang on.
Can you
Hang on. I
hear?
think I can add it to. Hang on. Hang on. There. Hang on. Hang on.
I don't know if you can.
There, go on. I can see your screen. Do it. I can't hear you. Are you talking? Just play it. I can't hear you. I tried to play it. I can't hear it. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of it. Oh no, where's he gone? Oh no! Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Ash.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I've done.
Yes. Yeah. No. No. No.
Oh no, hang on. This is the hardest program ever. Right, I need to. How do I get rid of this?
No.
Where am
No. I'm
I?
here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm
I
here. I'm
know. I need
here.
to get rid of the one in the
I'm here.
middle. I need to get
I'm
rid of
here.
the one in the
I'm
middle.
here. Can you hear
No.
me? I'm here. I'm in the recording.
I know you are. This I can't get. This is
Oh,
the.
okay.
I've dug out Darius so many times. This is so confusing. Right.
I
Add
feel like I
right.
cost that.
Yeah, it's all right. It was worth a. It's worth a shot. You got to be in it to win it.
Can you bring me back?
I'm trying. I can see you. It's just there's one in the middle. Now there's four.
What's...
We might just have to do it like this. Can you see that?
I can't see nothing. I can just see
Okay.
you. That's fine. We've got 4 screens. So this isn't the best advert for the
Oh my
trying to
god.
get people.
Hang on. Now this actually is funny. Right. Hang on. Where are you gone? Just talk. Oh, this is.
The listener, this
Oh
isn't
my.
normally how it goes. Can we just
Yeah.
can we just
Leave it
confirm
like
this
that.
isn't
It's
the
only.
merit?
It's only people. It's only your. I can see your door now. It's gone on widescreen. I couldn't see that before. What's that sticker on your door?
Oh, it's Tatalog,
Oh, okay.
me and Ashens.
I've never seen anyone put a
Um,
sticker there before.
no, this will be a child has done that in my
Well,
house.
you got some
I've
cool
got one.
children. Yeah.
They've got on this chair and stuck it up there,
Oh, that's
and it
cool.
will just stay there forever. Probably.
I would
That's
probably thrash them within an inch of their life.
that's fair. That is fair. It's got dark in it. Very quickly got
I've
dark.
nailed it, by the way, back to normal. Yeah, we did that. I played golf today with my son. It was too hot, if anything.
My son went for a run and I've signed up for a half marathon.
Oh,
I can't do it at this stage. I've
only
signed up for
30
something
miles. That's how you
I
have to do
can't
it.
run.
Ash, if I've got a fucking bottle opener on my finger on a desert island, you need to sign up. It's the same principle. In what reality do you want to be? Do you want to be in the reality where you don't do the half marathon, or do you want to be in the one where you do?
I want to be in the one I do. Thank
Well,
you.
you are
Please.
then. You are then. If you believe you are. It's a choice.
Okay, I know you love this, so let's do it. Top 5 Britpop bands.
I fucking love Britpop. That was sarcasm.
I know. Number 1 on this list, Blur.
At one point, I would have put them 1 at the time. One of my biggest regrets, not regrets, but I look back, I went to the UEA to watch Henry Rollins, and the next week or the next month, Blur were coming through, and they said touring their new album, Parklife, which hadn't been out yet. Back then they would tour the album before it was released. And my mate
I went to the Parklife tour.
okay, well no, that would have been after it was released though. This was the pre-tour.
Probably.
So my mate said, Modern Life is rubbish. It's quite good. So
There's no other way.
Yeah, exactly. There's something about them. Would you like to come? Shall we go and watch that? And I said, fuck that. I don't want to go to a gig where I don't know any of the songs. So I fucked that up. Because then I did see them later at NEC Arena. Too big. Me and my mates went. That was the one where I started chanting at. I started a chant at Alex Jones, the bass player.
Oh, calling him.
He was putting a lot of weight, and this is yeah. and he come walking out, and he was sort of very bad posture, and he had a big paunch, a big pod belly.
It was probably the first time he'd been like off heroin for a while.
Probably. And he walked, Alex James, and he walked out, and I went, "Oh my god, bruv, do some fucking sit-ups." And everyone went, "Ah!" It was like the biggest laugh I've ever got, still to this day. And everyone started chanting, "You fat bastard!" at him, which I didn't initiate that, but I sort of, I was the, I
He was
watered
probably,
that
it's
plant.
literally probably been clean for.
I think
like
he'd been
a
started
few
making
weeks.
that cheese. So he started going. So Damon Albarn went, "You lot leave him alone," and started. And that was the one where Phil Daniels came out to do Park Life, and Damon was getting all like, "Yeah, this is rock and roll," and he jumped up and sort of went, "Ah," like sort of like was singing and went, "Oh, they're pit," and like put his arm around, almost jumped on Phil Daniels, and he fucking went, mate.
Well, he didn't like it.
No, he hated it. He pushed him off, and he fucking. It was like, I've come here to do this. I'm getting paid. Don't start jumping. I'm not a rock star. He weren't
He
used to
wasn't
that.
fun,
No,
was he?
it was like
He wasn't
Damien Albarn was
fun,
doing
Phil Daniels.
almost slam dancing with him, like almost bumped into him. Like, let's go crazy, and it was funny to watch.
He's gone up
He's
in
an
my
actor.
estimations after that. Yeah,
Yeah, he's an actor. He sort of went fuck off like that. Like, don't bump into me. Like, I'm at work. Do you know what I mean?
It's like that. I told you about that actor that was on set, and then the guy who was going to play a soldier said, like, "What's your rank and number or whatever?"
yeah.
And he went, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, tell me your rank and number." And he went, "No, I'm an actor. What are you talking about?" And he's like, "How dare you?
Yeah.
You're going to go to the rig."
You pulled me out of my preparation, but you're a
And then
lunatic if that's the case.
Yeah,
I'm going to put Blur at. I've got to put him at. I've got to put him at 2 because I don't think their highs actually were as high as some of the other Britpop bands, but I think longevity. I think they did do a lot. They did. Their last album would have had some good tracks on it. They didn't drop off drastically, but I've got a clear one in my mind.
Number 2 on this list is Oasis.
5.
You don't like them?
Did
you hate them at the time?
Yes. I was such a huge Beatles fan, as I hated Nirvana because I was a Mudhoney guy and I was into punk before Nirvana. Before Nirvana broke that year, is it 91? I don't know, when there was like this amazing albums. I think Metallica released a Black Album. It was like Rage Against the Machine, Pearl Jam. What was the other fucking big one? Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger.
Pearl Jam means spunk, didn't it? Was it you told me that?
I told you that. And again, that means spunk in the same way that's how you season your food. I have no idea if that's true. But I just meditated on Pearl Jam. I thought, well, that sounds like spunk, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got to put, yeah. So when Oasis came out, and they actually were derivative. I mean, they did songs that sounded like the Me and You theme. Do you remember that kids program? Me and You, you and me, and then there's a song which going, lots to do and lots to do. She's electric.
Hello there, Gary. How are you doing? Do you remember that one?
My bunny rabbit's dead. Oh yes, death happened. Do you remember that one? Was explaining death.
No.
Oh my god! And he starts going,
"What's that, Gary?
I feel strange because my rabbit's dead." That's called grief, and that rabbit's gone and never coming back, and you're going to die. It's fucking awful.
Well, they're the market stall, though.
Yeah, market stall. That was a later iteration. Do you remember Watch? When it was the animation with the Play-Doh and balls of wool and stuff. Do you remember Watch?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'll make a note to have a look. Picture box.
Like that creepy old harpsichord music that just sounds like every horror film. This is what we watched at school, for fuck's sake.
Okay, Gary. All right.
Oh, I'm feeling really bad inside. Oasis 5, didn't like them, still don't like them. I don't like the fact they're doing a gig in August because I know we'll have friends north of the border, and it's just going to kill the festival, and hotel rooms are going to be like $3,000 a night for a Travelodge. And I don't like they think they're funny. I don't like that. I don't like the fucking one that thinks he's hard and the other one thinks he's funny. That bothers me.
I can't agree more. I saw them a few times as well, and I saw them when they were at their height. I don't think I want to see them when they're not going to be as good.
I don't want to see a bloke hitting his leg with a
Pulp
tamper.
number 3.
That's what I was hoping you'd say. They're not strictly if I'm gonna be a twat about it, Britpop.
because they've
I had
already about.
Yeah, I
They
had.
they
They used to be on a. They used to be on a label called Fire, and they had some great his and
they
hers.
they wove their way through Britpop. They
They were
started
started in the
before it, but they
'80s. They
wove their way
started in the
through it.
'80s, and when Britpop peaked, when Britpop scene peaked, Pulp were at the height of their powers, and they'd released Different Class, which I just think Jarvis Cocker. I've got an album that is in my. You know, you got that. Do you have that obscure album that you don't think many people like, but you
No,
love? Okay, well, I've got
no.
one called "It's Pickled Eggs and Sherbet" by the All CNI, and it's a Sheffield dance outfit, and a lot of it's electronica. But they use Tony Christie, Phil Oakey, and Jarvis Cocker does a song on there called "Drive Safely, Darling." But I think Jarvis Cocker was. I didn't appreciate him at the time. Late '90s, I started to appreciate. I was about 3 years behind. I
He was a
think he
wild artistic thinker. He was
and he
right up my street.
when I was at art school, he came on the tape, the Turner Prize as one of the presenters. So he was
I
involved in.
knew. I knew they'd be number one. He speaks to you.
Yeah, and I really wanted to be lanky because of him, but that just was I was never going to be lanky.
Next is Suede.
I think there's not many songs that get me emotionally because we So Young does. And I don't think it takes me back to the time that I listened to it a lot. The sentiment of being about being young and not being young anymore. I don't know that. If I've had a few drinks and I listen to that in my headphones, there might be my eyes are getting wet, mate. I've got to hold it back. I don't know what it is about that song. It's just I'm not young.
This viscerally gets you.
It
I feel the
does.
same about Animal Nitrate.
Yeah, I think is it Brett? yeah. Your ass is getting wide when you. Why? So okay. You bring up an interesting thing that I had never thought about. That's a bad shit pun joke. I don't like that. It's amyl nitrate, isn't it?
Yep.
And animal No, and now I don't like them because
I don't know why they called it. Maybe they weren't allowed to call it Animal Nitrate.
But animal nitrate. Now I'm thinking that's shit. That's really, that's Charlotte.
Why did they call it that?
I don't know what it's about, but that's so because we're young. We'll chase the dragon. And if you watch the video, I just miss my youth more when I listen to that song. And it's not nostalgia because I didn't listen to that song so much in my youth. That song is very
visceral.
There's the piano break I don't like. I'm going to put them at 4. So I've got 2 left. Number 2.
Elastica.
That's actually... They did rip off Wire, but at least they ripped off someone that I like.
Was it Elastica that Damon Albarn was with the lead singer, or was that?
Frischman or something like that? Frischman? Yeah, I bet she looks rough now. Don't know why I said that. What does that mean? Just said that. I think I was trying to make Damon Albarn feel better. If he's listening. Have you ever seen that thing where Damon Albarn's with that absolute fucking unit from that penis from New Zealand? What's he called?
I want you to know.
Zane or Zach?
I want you to know she's absolutely stunning.
Yeah, that's what I meant. What's his name? Zane Lowe or something?
Yeah.
And he's got this one of those Korg Omnichord things. Have you seen that about how he wrote that Clint Eastwood song? And
it's just stole it.
Yeah, no, it was the royalty-free demo.
Yeah.
Like he just pressed the button and then it starts going dun 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 dun. It's like I was just buffering over on the settings, and it's going, oh my god, my mind's blown, man. That Zane Lowe is.
It's like he stole it.
It goes, and what about the chorus? And he went, oh yeah, and he pressed Phil, and it went. He's like, what? I can't believe.
Does that not mean he owes someone some money, or is that rights free?
I think it was royalty free, but do you not think? Then that was the beginning of that is the ultimate. I guess the fast food rockers, that Pizza Hut song, didn't they just sing that like the Scouts and that? You know that?
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, that's not a real
song.
That's Baby Shark was a campfire song. They made billions.
Well, lately there's been a little trend, and I say lately, maybe 2 years ago, there was a little sort of trend where like sea shanties were coming back. And there's this bloke right walks around with a massive Bluetooth bass cannon on his back playing those, and it sounds like what you'd play at a children's party to me.
A couple of them Like, if I got caught off guard by one of them, I could be swept away, no pun intended, by a sea shanty. I hate them, but every
No,
so often I'll go.
I used to listen to stuff like that when YouTube. Like, if you go back and listen to like some bloke singing that with a gruff voice in like
Yeah, in a woolly jumper.
in 1920, no, that Irishy Celtic. I don't know if it's a cadence or a scale. It does again. It hacks your system. It does hack your system, and that sea shanties are a very good. Blues does that. Blues, you're out because I play the guitar and stuff, and like you learn 12-bar blues. You're like, oh, this is amazing.
I know you do. God,
no, but it's so easy to learn. And 12-bar blues is it will go like C, 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 D, D, C, E, whatever. So it goes like dung 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 dung. Do you know what I mean? Like that. And but
hold on. You made a song come in my head. The bees. Do you remember the bees?
Yeah, I do. I like
Washing
them.
the rain.
Yeah, that's
Washing
from
the
Alan White.
rain. Do. Washing the rain. Oh, I'm gonna listen to the bees. I've not listened to the bees in 10 years.
I do like the bees. For Isle of Wight. And then
Try
Tame
it out,
Impala. Did you ever listen to
Tame Impala, yeah.
Oh, elephants like that.
Succeed.
Shaking his big grey trunk. I'm pissed up mum on karaoke. I'm hot, man.
Well, we gotta leave it. We gotta leave it.
Anyway, so when you go back to revisit the blues, even though it's simplistic and it's formulaic, and you could almost say you start to see it as a bit cheesy. Then now I go back to it, especially on vinyl, and if you really surrender to it, you're like, this is basic programming. It's like that. It's like the sound is reaching and going button, 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 and it makes you feel it. That's why it worked. That's why it caught on. And I think sea shanties definitely. They're saying all our past that they like. It's like a shortcut to your nervous system, isn't it?
I totally agree. Listen, we'll be back on Wednesday, I think.
Oh my God, I had a lot of good feedback about our Friday one. Did you?
I've not been on any social media.
No, people message me, mate. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to do Dubai on Thursday. But, we will look after the listener. I will probably be doing podcasts from opulent, marbled 5-star.
Who are you going with? Do you know who the other actor is?
Yeah, someone from Ireland called Aaron Butler. Don't know him, but I know who he is. And I've got to do a promo video. I've got to do that now, really.
Okay, well, good luck to you.
Do you not do promo videos? Hi, guys.
No.
You don't know who I am?
I'd won where it was like, I am not going to sell any tickets. It was like Frinton Old Age Pensioners Club. Do you mind doing a promo? I was like, for what? I was like, oh, hi, really looking forward to coming to Frinton.
Oh, I've got I bought some new razors. I've got some Japanese. I've been using a safety razor. I've been using these Japanese feather blades. Fuck, they're good. I actually done some research, and I watched this video where they done all these. They're made in Japan. Why are Japanese people so good at knives and swords?
That's what they do,
mate. These razor blades. I go like this, and my face is shaved, and I go like this with it.
There's not a nick on you as well,
mate. And I put me up. Listen to this. I shaved and it was so close. Alcohol aftershave didn't even sting. I've never had that. Didn't even feel it. I'm like, that is so sharp. It's better. Feather razor blades. 10% off if you enter the code PAF.
Speak to you on Wednesday. If we're going to try and be regular whilst you're away, but Justin, I think, forgot that he was going to Dubai. So
I didn't think I was going to Dubai. When were we going to do what?
I've just mentioned it. Maybe mention it before then.
Am I in Dubai?
We've got. So when do you leave Thursday?
Where am I now? Am I in Dubai?
I don't. You are actually. You know what? A version of you is.
And exactly. I have mentioned it before because I'm not there yet, Ash.
We got tomorrow.
I could have mentioned it before, but I forgot.
When I'm looking after my baby child.
No, I mean, I could have said it 2 weeks ago, but what's the fun in that? You're such a square.
I'll work out how many episodes we're going to miss, They
We're not
won't
going to miss
be a
any. We're not
gap.
going to miss any. I'll take my microphone. I hate that scene in Pulp Fiction, by the way, where Uma Thurman does that and it
Why
draws a
does that
square.
happen? Totally, yeah, totally agree. Again,
Absolute
you're
miss.
nailing it.
That was a miss, wasn't it?
It's totally takes you out the film.
Oh, piss off! And you're trying too hard with your little. Oh,
I like
fuck
it
off,
in
you.
Auntie Donna where he says, "Don't be a cunt." I've
Yeah.
always enjoyed that joke.
Do you know what box breathing is? What the Marines and that do? When I used to go into combat, can't talk about it.
Speak to you on Wednesday, listener.